Welcome back, guys. We're now going on into the fourth series, the fourth match of this evening's league play action here on TCS eSports League. I am Digital Bacon, joined here by Switchblade Jay. And Jay, today so far has arguably been one of the best weeks of league play action so far. Monks getting their first win. For me, that's pretty much what took it over, you know, the edge and made it the best so far, I think.
Is that your highlight for the entire week so far? Just the Monks getting their first victory. I mean, I'm not one to judge, dude. I mean, fair play to you. Personally, I think this match might be able to top all those moments, however, because this is literally two of the top teams in the whole league coming against each other. The Lausanne side are taking on the Swiss Incredible Rebels, and this is going to be it's going to be a very, very fun time indeed, man.
Beautiful.
I mean, Swiss Incredible Rebels, for the first few weeks of league play, they were known as basically the undefeated squad. No one could touch them
untouchable
for a while. You know, they were untouchable for a while. They eventually ended up losing one series, but they're still holding strong at 4-1, as are the Lausanne side. So one of these teams is going to tie up with Servette at the end of this one. And the other one will actually have to end up taking a little bit of a hit to the loss rankings.
Yeah, so Swiss Incredible Rebels, their only loss came in a 3-0 against Arctic, and that was them playing with a sub. That was them playing with Neoshower instead of RNZ, and it was a squad which had no right playing together, essentially. Neoshower, he's a great player, but you could see there was nothing going between them. He was pretty much picked up because he's a good player, not because he was part of the team. It definitely felt like that. Swiss Incredible Rebels is RZ, Raptor Jesus, and Mirror Wing through and through. No one else can sort of like produce the magic that they can produce, which is, you know, unfortunate for that loss, but very fortunate for Arctic, of course. Now, Lausanne, they've taken the only loss against the other team that is currently sitting at 5-1, the one that these two sides are trying to match, and that is Servette Geneva. Servette actually only losing to Swiss Incredible Rebels. So, all very exciting here between them. Just waiting for our one of our teams. Just quickly having a look. We've got the whole of Lausanne in, so it's looking like we just got to wait for Sir then.
Well, it's a perfect time to delve into predictions, because this is one hell of a series to try and predict right here, Bacon. Yeah. It is a... Oh man, I do not know. I literally do not know where to call this one. I'm going to lean to the favor of Lausanne. You know, I love international representation. Just having classic and hello in this kind of server, like that's a wombo combo. None can match here in the TCS eSports League. So I'm going with Lausanne, but I still think it's going to be a close one, especially if Sir turn on the overdrive. Then we could be looking at a stupid good series right here. Like probably to top all the ones we've seen so far.
I'm just going to say, yeah, you've got Hello and Kiva both near enough in the top stats of the league. Hello with most assists per game, and Kiva with most shots per game. And then on the opposite side though, Jay, you have got Mirrorwing, who consistently gets the most points per game, and then RNZ, who gets the most goals per game. So this, on paper, is super even. The only difference is I think that as a team, statistically, Lausanne does do that a little bit better. I'm just looking now. Statistically, Lausanne gets an average of 1,027.5 points together as a team, whereas the Swiss Incredible Rebels, that calculation is all gone wonky, so I can't really use that, which is unfortunate. But they get roughly, oh gosh, somewhere around 900 and something. But that's because the Swiss Incredible, like, it's a very awkward matchup between them. The Swiss Incredible Rebels and Lausanne are two very different teams that play very differently. Swiss Incredible Rebels use a lot of passing plays to make their goals, to essentially get together, whereas Lausanne sort of just hammer it through with individual skills with those solo plays. It's when they make those passing plays that Lausanne then just look unbeatable. That's the squad that has been known to get into the top 32 of like the likes of the Coliseum, to make it all the way through, you know, the RLRS play-ins. And if they can pull that out today, which I think they will have to, they can get the win. If not, the Swiss Incredible Rebels will take it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it does depend on how good the team play is looking today from the Lausanne side. But that's sort of the reason why I'm picking them. Because at the end of the day, Rocket League is a team game. And I think the ones that do master that team play aspect are going to be the ones that fly straight through with the victory. So I'm all on Lausanne. What are you saying?
I think it's got to be of Lausanne, but yeah, again, it's like the first game of the evening. It's near enough a 55% to 45% in favor of Lausanne. Team Sir, we cannot count this out. What I am hoping for is we've been denied that game 5 all evening, Jay. I want this to be that game 5.
Well, let's see whether it will be. Kickoff in for game number 1. Face the Lausanne over on the blue side of the pitch and the Sir side on the orange side. So here we go. Kickoff initially to the favour of Lausanne as they keep up the pressure. That's been a key theme of the day. You know, lots of offensive pressure coming in from all sorts of players, and the team just keeping things going against their opponents. Even going to set some good shots. Like Kiva will follow suit with opening goal to his favour, and Lausanne draw first blood.
You always feel sorry for Kiva, always sort of overshadowed by Hello and Classic, but like I said, most shots per game, 4 in fact per game, and he's basically the silent assassin on this roster. You cannot count him out. He is of level of the other two in the squad. He's actually more of the anchor player, the solid glue that holds it all together.
Gonna score that opener, set up Classic for a follow-up, but unable to get the shot because RNZ is more than happy just to take control. Now Kiva gonna put a shot on target. It's gonna be a little bit too acute, actually. RNZ's gonna put it back to the same angle. So Hello follows from the same position. Classic gonna get demoed out by Raptor Jesus. Hello and Kiva are forced back on the rotation, trying to fed towards the midfield. Because now here they come on the Sir side. Ooh, an awkward pinch that almost goes in the back of there, but Kiva rotating in just in time. Classic now has control, misses, back to Kiva, gonna put a shot, it's a little bit off the crossbar. Hello cannot come through and cannot recover, so once again it favors the Sir side as they put the ball back into the blue half, not quite into the box, so they're struggling to get the final nail in the coffin for each of these passing plays and for these offensive plays overall.
Oh, Kiva has been on form today, getting that save there. Hello, not really trusting him, which is worrying, I would say. But Classic, interestingly enough, though, Jay, has been playing a lot more defensive this game so far, and Kiva's making the step up in the aggression.
Looking really good from him to go the game so far. It's only a very slow game so far. Not a slow game, but certainly
we expect
a game.
Sides. And well, there you have the second one, Jay. Definitely what you're saying there is we expect goals after goals after goals. It's just the nature of the two. And so this is a lot more reserved. Both teams are trying to, as I said earlier, find the weaknesses of each other. And Sir need to do that quickly now.
They have lost those opening 2 goals to the favour of Hello and Kiva almost putting another one back on the board here. Backed up, Raptor Jesus to follow suit. Okay, I'm almost getting stunned right there by the follow-up goal right there, but not quite from Raptor Jesus. Unfortunately, it's going to get forced back, and mirroring also in the defensive line. Classic takes control. Raptor Jesus puts it down the long field. Kiva win with a shot, mirroring to follow back. Hello, the challenge in that midfield. Going to try and see if we can put it away from target. Now Kiva a little bit close, a little bit too far actually to the wide field. Raptor Jesus is able to save back to mirroring as Kiva is going to get forced to go all the way back into this corner and try and keep it away. We'll start on the Raptor Jesus' part. Kiva challenges once, Hello challenges once again. And now Kiva with the ball control, but not quite enough ball control to get it past RNZ and still keep the accuracy for a shot. It doesn't matter though too much though. Lausanne is still 2-0 in this matchup and now looking poised to take the first game.
2 minutes remaining, 2 goals left in it. Make that free. The dodgy little slow play here, coming on out by Classic to get it across the Kiva.
Oh, in the same way that Kiva enabled that goal from Classic, Classic will return the favour. I also love Kiva's also sort of like optimism and you know, just spatial awareness overall, just to stop and think, right, let's stop in front of this goal because I know this ball might end up going right past me, and that could open up a massive gap in the fence because we only got 1 player back left in the defensive. So, you know, credit to him for being able to score that goal and taking the chance to score it confidently rather than just rushing straight into it and just trying to see if he can get the quickest shot that he can. So 3-0 back on the board. Things are looking extremely good right now for the Lausanne side, and Classic is getting set up with another shot on the part of Hello this time. 4-0, Lausanne looking very dominant and very clinical throughout this game.
I think it was last week there, Jay. I was actually asking of it with Jam of how these players, they need to start lingering in front of the net for this exact reason. It seems Lausanne has taken that to heart and are pulling it out now. It just shows such a threatening sort of play style. If you've got a playmaker, a passer that has great accuracy and can find you, you've just got to sit there and wait for the redirect.
RNZ desperately trying to... Oh no, this is not good. Raptor Jesus just comes in time, so keeper's shot is going to be denied at the last tile, but certainly that could have been a fifth right there. That probably could have been the end of game number 1, but we are seeing some signs of confident play coming in from the side, but unfortunately it's just overshadowed by the way that Lausanne are able to counteract, read the play, and counter-attack back in as well. It just does not look like it will be the best of times. RNZ putting another shot that goes wide instead of actually on target. The game will recognize it as a shot itself, but still 45 seconds left to go. Shot coming in from Classic. Not sure if you can call that an aerial doink or what, but either way, it's a fifth on the board for Lausanne's side.
It was, Jay. It so was. Classic there. Like I said, with the situational awareness to be able to run downfield and get that. He's been playing very quiet, very reserved this game, actually. In defense, he's been just racking those points away, knocking the ball downfield for his teammates to try and get in that limelight. But he's definitely been the core. It's almost like him and Kiva have swapped roles. And I think this is for the good. This has been looking the strongest that Lausanne have looked for a few weeks.
Look at these guys, just absolute outclassing again. It's sort of similar to the way that the Monks were just playing right now in their opening game, that 5-0 hype, essentially. Now, Hello looking for a 6-0, trying to see if they can one-up the newest members on the scoreboard. The 8 seconds will remain, regardless of whether they can score that 6. It doesn't really matter that much, because it is all going to be a Lausanne victory. A dominant start in game number 1, Bacon. Again, you know, we were relying on this team play coming up for the Lausanne side, but like they just brought a whole other level to the server, I think.
Yeah, that was it. Beforehand, I just went, if Lausanne bring out those team plays, they'll be able to win this. I was not expecting a 5-0 kind of win this. That is just taking predictions and, I don't know, getting some scissors and cutting it all the way through. Just Lausanne on a completely different level. They're on a completely different planet at this stage. Talking about Arc here. Sir, you have no real sort of like blazing points that they need to be picked up. It's just because Lausanne are working around them. Sir, all I can say is maybe improve that communication, because you saw 2 players working in the net, one not really going for it, one just waiting for the save. They're sort of being too conservative in net. They need to make sure one player is going out to challenge and the other stays behind in case that challenge doesn't come through.
Yeah, for sure. Things are looking a little bit dire in the meantime. How do they get themselves out of this hole that they have been placed in by the Lausanne side? It's such a morale killer as well, I should add. You know, just to be there, you know, trying to see if you can get something ramped up, and there's Lausanne just shutting you down left, right, and center. Just easy shots, easy passes, easy goals being taken by the squad. It's just easy all in all. And the Sur side, they suffer as a result. Now, how much can they continue going here? An early kickoff to their favor. They actually almost put a shot on target. Mirror Wing sets up Raptor Jesus with just enough momentum to score the first, this time to the favor of the Sur side.
That's good. This is almost feeling like the Monks game earlier with Whiffmasters coming into game number 2, getting that first goal. The problem is Monks were able to turn it around and get 3 goals in this game. Sur needs to make sure that they keep the lead.
But look at Classic, almost getting the aerial dribble. RNZ just denying it in time. They've still got a lot of offensive pressure as 4 players to commit. There's no one in this net. Kiva has only got to deal with the backboard, and unfortunately he just can't do it. The ball not falling fast enough, unable to find an angle, means that it will get returned back to the blue side of the court, but very quickly Calais and Classic have other ideas. They get the first on their board quickly after returning fire.
Kiva here with the pass out to Classic, and again, Hello was chasing up, so communication definitely still not the strongest part for Lausanne, but it don't matter. when the intentional play is there. Kiva putting on such a great pass.
Man, oh man. RNZ and Raptor Jesus desperately trying to recover at this point as well. They've got a lot of pressure off this kickoff into the next goal, but can't seem to follow suit once again. It's Kiva. Challenge and put it back towards the orange half of the pitch. It's Hello. And Classic in the defense. Raptor Jesus are going to try and find a way back in, but pass it into the midfield where, oh, they will try and back pass towards it. They actually get it away from most of the players of the Lausanne side. That's great too. Then the passing play almost works out off the crossbar. Raptor Jesus denied, and RNZ puts it a little bit too high. No chance on this one. Mirroring to follow suit, try and recover it, but it just goes off the backboard as Hello and Kiva return back to the orange half of the pitch. So close from Sir, and despite that, it is so far for the orange side.
But it is still so much better, Jay. You can see, Sir, that is the most confident I've been near enough of them to get a goal. They just got to keep repeating it. These passing plays super important for the Swiss Incredible Rebels if they want the win. They're near enough just going to have to play a super defensive game, and then when they get those breakaways, they get those goals off of that.
Shot from Raptor Jesus Classic, however, with a save, follow suit into the corner. Kiva trying to see if he can get a second scored out here. Alongside Hello, comes in with a challenge of his own, but now they've all got to rotate back into the defensive. Classic with a good touch. Hello to pass back towards him. That's dangerous because RNZ's still in this corner. Kiva reads it, has control. Raptor back towards RNZ. Good pass in, but Kiva saves it. Raptor tried to get the bump back away, but Raptor Jesus is unable to put it. Classic actually settles it up. This is perfect for Kiva off the backboard. Third man to come through. No, they are going to get forced back because the ball bounces a little bit closer to that midfield than they really would have liked. So, Lausanne getting close again. Getting a shot now here from Classic. That's going to go wide. Kiva to follow suit back into the midfield. Pello with a shot set up for him, but it's going to get denied. So Sir are adjusting around these passing plays, able to get some intercepts and try and deny every chance that Lausanne take. Into this halfway marker of the match, it will still be a Lausanne favour as Kiva turns it from evens and finds a post goal.
Kiva here just receiving the package from Classic, puts a stamp on it and posts it off. Destination, the orange net. 2-1 now in favour of Lausanne. And what a play!
It really was. Again, you know, it's all these team plays that work out so well for Lausanne. It's what we were hoping they'd bring to the fold. And they certainly have brought it out to the fold right here today. 2-1 on the board with 2 minutes to go on the clock. Again, that halfway marker was all evened up, but just a return fire. It's so good right now. They set things up once again back into the orange half. Hello can't quite get things together off the backboard. He'll go, and actually Classic is sent it up with no one in the back of the net. That's a major defensive mistake from Sir, and that will be a third for Lausanne.
That's it. Hello makes a mistake, but then can make good off it. RNZ just going in, trying to get the save. Thought that Hello was actually going at net, and so Hello, by hitting into the wall behind, bounced it back for Classic. Well communicated there. This is Lausanne actually playing their strongest, which is so disheartening for Sir, who have picked it up, no doubt. But unfortunately for them, Hello, who's a little bit disjointed in game number 1, was near enough to playing a solo game in comparison to his two teammates, is now getting into the mix of things.
Raptor Jesus setting things up, trying to even get a passing play set up of his own from the Sir side, but it's just not going to happen. Pinch down from Kiva, almost went in. RNZ in the right place at the right time, able to get that defense together. Now passes to Mirrorwing as they try and set up the counter attack. Kiva, however, returning away, putting it into the corner. Other players in the orange side are here to receive it. 60 seconds left on the clock as Raptor Jesus puts it back in the center. Kiva putting it back away. Mirrorwing. We can find a way back into this one, passing back and forth. It's in the orange half. They've got to find a way to break out because this is where Hello and Classic and Kiva are all their most dangerous. An opportunity, but RNZ is not going to get there quick enough. Kiva gets back to put it into the corner. Denied it south from the Sir side.
This is good from Sir. They are putting a bit of pressure on now. Just got to keep it up because...
Oh no.
Worrying.
Oh no.
So worrying. They've just got to keep up that pressure, Jay, because we know Lausanne can break out like that. That's what I was going to come on to. And
Caster's curse.
Yeah.
It's Caster's curse before you even said it. And that's unfortunate for Sir because they will suffer. 4-1 down, 30 seconds left to go on the clock. I imagine this game is all but finished at this point. Kiva, Classic, trying to set up a fifth to make this game just as dominant as they did in the first, but Kiva just put this one off the backboard, make sure that they cannot score an equalizer. Can't get a single opportunity, let alone an actual comeback in this game. So 10 seconds remaining. Classic, hello. Giving the ball away from players on the orange side, but at the end of the day, even if they're going to go now, it's all for naught. It's game 2 and match point to the favor of Lausanne. Another series we predicted to be close here, Bacon, but it seems like the favorites are bringing their dominant form out on today's match day.
Yeah, and the ridiculous thing here is that Sir do look better in this game number 2, no doubt. They're putting together passing plays that are a lot better. Their defense was a bit more solid in areas. It's still a little bit of a problem, but that's because they're trying to throw so much into attack to get those goals to match Lausanne's. Again, it's still such a hard point. Sir improved purely from pacing. I can't see them getting any more pacing out. It's just purely... I reckon they've got to play with a 2-attack, 1 solid defender sort of play style to be able to beat Lausanne here. But with 3 games in a row for them to win it, that is a momentous task. And Lausanne don't seem to be able to be stopped here.
Yeah, they're looking ridiculously solid. They're looking incredibly good right now. And, well... they will get disrupted for a moment in time because there'll be some again, as you say, this is great for the Sir side because this does mean that the momentum has been completely disrupted for the Lausanne squad. But, you know, for Sir, they've still got to contend with that team play that has just come out swinging from square one, you know, and that is the main problem, I think.
Yeah, so the server has just gone down for maintenance, guys, so we're just going to get that up. I'm trying to get this into Champions Field, Jay. I feel it. This is that type of match, you know? The 2 top teams, it's got to be Champions Field.
I mean, but at the same time, though, this is a bit of a whitewash right now from the Lausanne side.
Yeah,
they are making quick work of Sir, which is unfortunate because, again, we build this one a bit. Okay, this is the hype match. This is both the 2 of the teams that could have been, you know, kind of the best in the league right now. And right now, it's just... you know, easy enough for the Lausanne side. It is not even a challenge right now, unfortunately.
Hey, we got Champions Field.
You're happy about that? I mean, for certain.
When the casters pressure the broadcaster. We're sorry, Raph, in the background. We've been wanting it so bad, though.
You wanted it so bad. I couldn't give a damn, to be honest, because either way, game 3
You wanted salty shorts. Come on. Put up with that.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't have that one at the very least. Hello, here, Kiva here for the kickoff. On the Lausanne favour, they're trying to see if they can get that opening goal, and they're getting damn well close towards it with demos coming in across the board. But it is Mirrorwing to try and clear it. Hello has the ball in his favour, as does Kiva. But RNZ going to go for an early goal after sees off that backboard. Hello able to maintain control in the early 30 seconds. Going to get a shot that's just going to be defended by the rotating Mirrorwing.
So that long break should, as I said earlier, in the Monk with Masters match, should break down any momentum for Lausanne. This should really even it on out in that series. We actually saw With Masters take the following game. Ooh. There's the first goal once again going to Sir. This time though, Jay, they lost it last time. They've got to hold it this time, and they've got to come out with the win.
We saw what happened in that last game when they got the opening goal. Lausanne strike back in like less than 10 seconds. Let's start hold it against them. Let's see what they can do. Early kickoff to their favour. Classic coming back away. Plenty of boost to try and control this into the corner. Hello also going to follow suit actually with a good 50-50 challenge that keeps that one on target. Now got a follow up from Kiva. Shot going to be made right here in towards the box. Raptor Jesus will return it back. RNZ trying to see if he can get up close and personal, but Classic back to Hello. Puts it right back down to the other side of the field now. Classic in centre. Kiva can't quite get the touch he wanted to, but Hello will come through with a follow-up touch on the backboard. Second ball face. Almost going to get recovered from Kiva, but he can't quite get the job done.
These super aggressive passing plays off the backboard by Lausanne.
Oh no! No!
It's cool. It's cool. Calm down, baby boy. Because Sir just did not have the speed in it there, unfortunately. Lausanne, safe for now. Sir, they've got to focus on that defense, and then on the breakaways like that, that's where they've got to get their goals, Joe.
Oh, hello, getting this one successfully off the backboard despite the save from RNZ coming out, and no follow-up from Classic or Kiva. Classic actually passed back to Hello in the center field. Kiva trying to go towards the left. He was set up perfectly for this, but just trying to account for a different style of play for the Lausanne side. The ball goes in, Hello drops it to Classic. Good shot, a 2 wide. Kiva follows through, but RNZ just about saves it. So Team Sir holding on to their lead, but as smallest of threads going into this halftime marker. They're going to try to see if they can set up a counter-attack, but Mirrorwing just trying to hold control. Hello is the man that comes out on top overall, going off this backboard. RNZ to defend it alongside Mirrorwing, picking up the 100 boost as well. Classic passes to Hello, good shots back 1-2-1, but can't quite get there in time. Classic a little bit far behind. The ball will still remain off this backboard. Kiva going to try to get the redirect, chips it once, but 2 players will commit to this and get the defensive together for the Sir side. Can they get another counter attack? Can they score that second to put a seriously confident position here? Mirrorwing to RNZ, dunks it, but Kiva will get the save regardless here.
Every single attack from Lausanne has been thwarted so far. 3 minutes of the game gone. It just feels like one of these plays from Lausanne will make it through. RNZ, wrap the Jesus, and Mirrorwing, you need to get a second goal to make yourself somewhat safe. This is good.